How many times today have you wished your life away? Watch the sands of time fall slowly, grain by grain. While tomorrow isn't here, but yesterday has disappeared, and there's no point in wishing you were far away. Save the day, save the day. Don't you wish your life away? We can lift our hearts and voices, save this day. Live for today, live for today. Time moves forward day by day. Life will stand and wait for us, so save this day. Save this day. Today won't make no sense. We're talking in the present tense, and you won't understand what we're trying to say. In each and every way, but we can't stop this slow decay. But we can lift our hearts and voices, save this day. Save the day, save the day. Don't you wish your life away? We can lift our hearts and voices, save this day. Live for today, time moves forward day by day. Life will stand and wait for us, so save this day. Save this day. That you can't read, so what's the use? So many things that we just can't explain.
And that is song number 2 on today's Music Scene Investigation. I'm being taken to school by the chat room because I forgot to let everybody know who the first track was by. Track number 1 was called Renovar OR by Eduardo Annabella, and we appreciate their sending that track in to us here at Music Scene Investigation. I apologize for forgetting. Sometimes I get caught up in what's going on in the chat room, and, well, you can't do anything from there. Let's find out from our panelists what they thought of track number 2, however. Tommy, you're first up on the block this time around. What'd you think?
I liked it, but I think they should have gone for the bigger chorus a little earlier. I wanted to hear the choruses bigger. They had a nice hook, great voice, well mixed. Again, I'm not too thrilled with the snare sound, but that's a matter of taste. The guitar solo was a little simplistic, a little repetitive. It could have been a lot more done with 2 guitars there, maybe. It's got some problems, but overall, the woman's voice was very, very good. I would still try to push her some, but, it's a tough call between muted, overstated, oversung, and I think she just was toned down a little bit, but she did really sing it good. My only complaint is I wanted the bigger chorus to come in earlier, and that guitar solo could have been a little bit more imaginative. Overall, well recorded and decent mix.
All right, Tom, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now let's go to Mark Lamdanski, co-owner of Butterflies Radio. Mark, what do you think?
I'm still swaying my hands to the chorus. I felt like I was kind of in a, like a gospel. I'm sorry?
You want my lighter?
Oh, yeah, right. Actually, these days they just use their cell phones,
Yeah, keep up with the times, Tom. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I felt like I was in like some kind of a gospel situation going there. Everybody in the audience singing "Save the Day" and swaying their hands in the air, and it was really good. I liked it. I liked the hook. In some spots, to me, and I guess it could be just me, it sounded like the vocalist was kind of straining a little bit on the higher notes. She sounded a lot better on the mid-range notes. But it is a good. I like the song. I like the instrumental, the solo in the middle. This is a song, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carol. That I would add to rotation. So, kudos.
All right, appreciate that, Mark. And Ian, your thoughts on this track?
Right, I've got a lot more to say about this than the other guys. My first bugbear was the acoustic guitar. I think this is something I come back to a lot on the show. It sounded metallic, it sounded tinny. It sounds like it's just a single DI recording of an acoustic guitar. Really need to concentrate on getting that to sound thicker and wider, because at the moment it just sounds like it's a mono track, sort of panned. I think it was one left and one right at one point in time. I really, really liked the sound of the clean tremolo guitars in there. That was very well recorded, and the tone was excellent. Loved that. The bass, I mean, where was it? You could hardly hear the bass. It just didn't sit in the mix at all. It was very nondescript. Didn't seem to be doing much. Her vocal was very good. I did like her vocal. I agree with Mark. She got a little bit pitchy in a couple of places, but I mean, they're not really. I'm not going to really pick on them too much, because she done overall a very, very good job. I did find the BV mix needed some work. There were some nice BVs going on, but it didn't sound like they were panned and stereoed. And I would like to hear them thicker. A bit like Tom's saying, basically a bigger on the choruses and stuff like that. There were some timing issues. I think they started on the acoustic guitar is where I picked them up. And then the sort of track sort of drifted a little bit towards the end on the drums, and probably the bass if he was following. The solo was very repetitive, and it sounded like it had been recorded in stereo. correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but it did sound like it was either affected to sound like that, or it sounded like they'd actually recorded 2 tracks, which could explain why they kept it as a simple hook, so they could track it and pan it left and right to sort of give it a wider sound. But I would have liked to hear that go somewhere. After I'd heard that line twice, I'd had enough of it. I wanted to hear it move on. I mean, to me, it's a country sort of gospel-y type ballad. It has got a strong hook. I've got a feeling I'm going to be going to bed swaying and singing "Save the Day" because I've got to go to work in the morning. More the point, but you know. But I would say this is a polished demo, and they really need to sort of get back in, tighten those performances up, and get a better mix. It's a good song. There's obviously a good band here, but they need to concentrate on that a little bit more.
All right. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. Now, I'm not going to forget to introduce this track. The name of this track is, of course, Save the Day. The group is 3 Days of Freedom, and we appreciate their sending that track in to Music Scene Investigation. All right, gentlemen, you have the awesome task at hand now to determine a song of the week. So I'm going to toss it over to you, let you discuss it, and figure out what that song of the week will be.
Rich, you've got enough personality. Why don't we toss it back to you?
That's not the way the rules are written, Tom.
Well, I'm going to go in there first this week. I'm tired of being left on the sidelines to make the decision or just agree, and I'm going to go with number 2. It is the most polished track here, I think. It's definitely a strong song there. I think we all agree it needs re-recording, but so does number 3. And number 1, I can't really remember. So...
All right, Ian goes for number 2. What about you, Tom or Mark?
Mark, you want to
go? Sure. Yeah, I've been going back and forth. I mean, I there are some things about song number 1 that I really did like. The biggest thing I didn't like was the guitar, the fuzzy guitar. But I think as an overall completed song, one that I would add to our particularly picky set of music on rotation of Butterflies Radio, I think I would have to go with number 2 as well.
All right, so Mark reluctantly goes with number 2, it sounds like.
Not so reluctantly, but it was a little bit, back and forth in my mind. But I think it's not a reluctant decision.
Okay.
I think it's pretty emphatic.
All right, I stand corrected. Tom?
Who might have rocked the boat? I said right from the start I like number 2. It definitely needs some reworking, but out of the first song, don't get me wrong, was very well done. And the language difference may or may not have a play in it. I can't really say. But the second song, I can still hear the hook, and it just needs better production and a better mix. And the voice is killer on it. So yeah, I'm not going to rock the boat on this one.
All right, so number 2 for you as well then.
Yes.
All right, well, there you have it. Song number 2 is going to be our song of the week. 3 Days of Freedom with their version or their song Save This Day. So we appreciate that. We appreciate them. And thanks to you 3 as well. Mark, especially you. We really appreciate your taking the time this week.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm looking forward to being back October and November.
We're looking forward to having you as well. If anybody wants to find out more about Butterflies Radio, Mark in general, head over to butterfliesradio.com. And don't forget, right, Mark, Tuesday night, Twitter Tuesday Live. Got to be there.
That's right. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And this week, if you're tuning in and you get on Skype and add us at Butterflies Radio, we might bring you in and let you talk live on the show.
There you have it. That'd be very, very cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for being with us on another episode of Music Scene Investigation. We're going to play out with Save the Day. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to head over to that Be a Witness page. You'll see the button right to the right-hand side of the video window. Let us know what you think of today's songs as well. We'll give you those results next week, so make sure you tune in then.